demonstration ministry, where love, peace, and joy is demonstrated. DM.
So the voice of God and God's personality. Inside of the storm, the voice of God is there. Amen. Inside of your situation, there's a voice that's trying to tell you something. Until you learn to listen to this voice, it will be hard for you to know where to go. Because the voice of Peninnah was telling Anna, go to the temple. Because there's no way, if she stayed home, there's no way she would know what to do to get a child. Her only option, her only hope was the temple. Every negative, there's a positive. Wherever there's darkness, there's light somewhere. If darkness existed, it means that there's light somewhere. Wherever you find sadness, it's because joy is not too far away. So if Peninnah is doing whatever she's doing, it means that there's something precious. That's the reason when trouble happened to you, it means that there's something pretty that is coming forward. So the reason when trouble comes your way is because there's something of value that you have that trouble don't have. The reason why some people they get against you is because there's a level you have that they don't have. If they had what you have, they would not care. So whenever Peninnah is doing what she's doing, it's because she saw something in Anna. We have no idea who our God is. That's the reason even sometimes when God answers our prayer, some people they surprise. They pray for God to answer the prayer. When God answers the prayer, they surprise. We're supposed to be surprised when He doesn't answer. But people are surprised when God answers the prayer because they don't know God. So you have to understand God. And to understand someone, to understand the voice of God, you have to understand His personality. That's the reason your spouse, your husband, or your children, there are things that you do to your children. You don't have to say something. All you have to do, you blink one eye, they already know what mommy mean. Yeah. You go somewhere and your children looking at someone that is eating, and the mom just look at them like that. And they know what mommy mean. 10,000 people may be looking at the mother, they don't understand nothing. They think she's weird. But the child understand. Because the child understands the personality of the mom. So until you understand God's personality, when He do things, you will think that it's the devil. Until you understand what God means when He does that to you, you will think that it's the devil working against you. But if you know His personality, whatever He does, you will know that God is working. Because how come God closed the room of someone and allows someone to trouble the life of the other person? But if you don't know God, you will think that's the devil using this lady. But God allowed all this to happen in order to get what He wants. Some things that's going on in your life, it's the unspoken word of God. It's the unspoken voice of God. It means that the same way you look at your child, you do something and a gesture, they understand. You never open your mouth. You just look at the child and say, Oh, they know they're in trouble. But you didn't say anything. They already know what mommy means. The wife look at the husband and say, baby, we'll talk at home. Buy flour before you go home. So there are things that we do as human beings. People that know you very well, they already understand. That's the reason sometimes even your friend, they misunderstood you because they don't know your personality. Sometimes you do something, but your friend, because they don't know you so well, and they misinterpret what you've done. That's the same thing if you don't understand God's personality. It's impossible to understand His voice. Because what He would do to you, what He would say to you, you would think, man, how come God is not that wicked? Imagine if you don't know God's personality, like Abraham. For a man, for God to come to you to tell you, I'm going to give you a child. Although you're old, you're going to have a child. Sounds like God to me. But later on, the same God tell you, kill that child. Now that's not God to me. If you don't know His voice, how come God would tell me, I'm going to give you a child? And then the same God would tell me, go and kill this child. If you don't know His personality, you would not follow what He tells you to do. There's no way mankind can follow God if we don't learn to try to understand his personality. We will misinterpret God. Because the devil himself, sometimes he uses scriptures. So how will you know? If God can close the room and the devil can use scriptures, how will you know which one is which? Oh, are you here with me? The information is not enough to know God. You have to not only get the information, but it has to be revealed what you were informed about. When it's revealed to you, it means that the word becomes flesh. It means that you become the word, you become part of the word. When you see something, and not only you know what Jesus has done, but you also understand what he did and how he did it, and you have the wisdom to do it yourself. So we have to know God's person.
Demonstration Ministry, where love, peace, and joy is demonstrated. Visit us at 5403 North State Road, 7 Tamarack, Florida 33319. For complete copy of this message, please go to www.demonstrationministry.org.